Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zahra, ex Muslim, ex Shia, and so had some problems connecting and wanted this to be in the portrait. This, so I haven't made notes on what I was going to say, but let's see what comes, right? I was just thinking, and where I have reached on this, of course, the contradictions in the Quran. When I realized this about my religion, Islam, I left, and so why aren't the rest of the Muslims doing the same? There are so many ex-Muslims now helping channels on social media. There's a lot of help, right? So I don't know why the Muslims would not leave this. Again, I repeat that this was my religion. So, and before I go on, thank you. I really appreciate those helping me, supporting me. I wish you perfect health, perfect, beautiful, most beautiful life. I wish you the best in life, protection, safety, long life, and a lot more than I can imagine, but I wish for you. And I used to say a lot more than I can imagine, but God can give. Reading Dr. Deepak Chopra's book, Seven Spiritual Laws of Success, I found out that there's pure potentiality. So maybe you would like to consider that potentiality, and I recommend that you read, if you can, Dr. Deepak Chopra's book on seven spiritual, the seven spiritual laws of success, or seven spiritual laws of success. Okay, so continuing, again, I just a reminder, yeah, this was my religion, and I've thought of many, considered many things during being in this religion, during my time as a Muslim in this religion, Shia Muslim, considered Sunni Muslim, considered Sunni Islam, many things, questioned many things, because you see, another thing is that I like to go to the root of the problem and about God and God's existence and why there's so many religions. And if this is the true religion, then why are not, when the Christians find out, or Jews, why haven't they come to this religion? And Imam Hussein's greatest unparalleled sacrifice in Karbala, non-Muslims have written about this. Why don't why didn't they come to Islam and leave their religion and convert, become Shia Muslims? Like recently, a few years ago, well, now it's a lot of years, but time is passing by so swiftly that I'm saying before in 1970s, 80s, um, 90s, early 90s, a year was a lot, but before 90s. But now it isn't. So Lauren Booth went to Iran, and left Christianity and became a convert to Shia Islam, converted to Shia Islam. But that was when I was in Pakistan, or I left Karachi, Pakistan. I don't remember. Um, so, so wondering about that too. And if, true God, if you love the true God, then why can't you uh, go search for the true religion? And religion shouldn't be of convenience. Like my father used to say, many are not Shias because, this religion, our Shia Islam, 12 Shia Islam, it's not about molding the religion to facilitate you, make it convenient for you, but it's sometimes the test is that it's very hard. Like people, some Sunni Muslims would not criticize Sufi Islam, which come from their sides, like Sunni Sufi Islam, but they would criticize Shia Islam. So because it's hard, and we cry. We do azadari. We remember not crying, but doing that mourning, 2 and 10 days, some of 2 months and 10 days, or some 12 Shias, 2 months mourning Muharram, the month of Muharram, and the month of Safar. So this is the test of our test as Shia, 12 Shias. The people will criticize us, even our own Muslims will criticize us, and this is not very attractive. The whirling, twirling of the dervishes or the Sufi. It's spiritualism only, or a lot of spiritualism and all this. But of course, practical stuff too in religion. It's a way of life. Another thing is recently I just heard that a Kuwaiti saying that he's against this terrorism in Islam, and so Muslim Brotherhood, against the Muslim Brotherhood, and well, I haven't really got his name. You know how bad I am with memory, but I salute him for like being against the extremists and all this, right? So he's giving interviews now. Recently, I came across two of his interviews now. The first one, second one with Tusi, Mahar Tusi, right? So Tusi TV. An hour ago, I think he's given also an interview. So he said that in his first interview, I was too overwhelmed. Like, oh, it's amazing, Kuwait will leave all this extremism and terrorism. So, I'm actually very grateful to God or whoever is responsible, and him, those who are working hard like this, like him. So what did he say? He said that I'm very grateful, salutations, unending. I really mean it from the heart. And my voice, I've lost my voice. So due to weakness, not screaming, and chronic fatigue. So, or singing out loud. No. So laryngitis problem. Okay. I apologize for the voice also, and for all the inconvenience and making you wait if I did. And I don't give prior notice. We're very grateful to those who have supported us. So now going back to the Kuwaiti brother, um, stopping this extremism in Qatar. So he's working hard for his country. 2CTV, Qatar's opposition leader, exposes Qatar's terrorism. So it's truth about exposes uh, what is it? This is how I am. Exposes Muslim Brotherhood and truth about Qatar's terrorism. And then and this is a lot of too much to take. The conflict between UAE and Saudi Arabia. Brothers come together, sisters. I hope there'll be peace, and the conflict between UAE and Saudi Arabia is too much for me to take. And then um, Iran against the regime. Irani people are really absolutely, the rage is great. Now, where's that one interview? BBC exposed. Big lie, furious Iranians and biased BBC. GB News. And was it after this? Sorry, I can't find it so bad. Oh, here it is. Britain will become Islamic State if the Muslim Brotherhood Qatari royal tortured by Islamists, sorry. Qatari royal tortured by Islamists, Liam Tufts channel. I apologize if I mispronounced his first name and last name. So he was saying that Islam, in this interview, he says Islam is spiritual, like, but no, it's also practical. I disagree, but with good faith and all this. I mean, in good faith meaning Islam is not only spiritual. Christianity was someone told even a Muslim ex friend of mine told me that Christianity is very spiritual. Jesus Christ was very spiritual, but Islam was is not only spiritual. Islam is also very practical. We were told, um, and then of course there's more about Islam. So, but for now, as Muslims, I knew that Islam is not only spiritual but also practical. Like you could, men could fight and die for the truth, or not fight. 12 Shias, I don't know. They told me that until Imam Mahdi comes, the leader, comes, then only can the Shia 12ers take under him take action, right? Right now, we're not supposed to be in holy wars and all this. Although Ayatollah Khomeini, terrible, what he did he declare, yeah, holy war, what, against Iraq? So young, 15-year-old Iranis, children going to war. Yeah, so there, my father, I think, was with Khomeini. And so was I because I was a Shia, and I'm really embarrassed. uh, embarrassed, terrible, ashamed of that. But all this, and I left Islam now. The thing is that whenever I was in doubt or wanted to go to the root of the problem or the root of the, like, what is, who is Allah, what the existence of Allah, and read about it. And then the internet came and I used internet and I bought books, my 12 Shia books also, read some Sufi books also. So, but always like used to get stuck, right? And also, like some of the things I wouldn't agree to, speaking with my aunt about it, like, or I would have a answer coming to me later on, or my aunt telling me, or from the Quran, you think you believe, but you will not be tested. So, to know if you're a true Muslim or a believer, a true believer or a hypocrite. Some things about hypocrisy, my aunt was telling me that hypocrisy is not like if you fail to pray or this, that for that you will get the punishment, but that's not hypocrisy. If you're not doing the job, that's not hypocrisy. Hypocrisy, she defined hypocrisy as in Islam as, an enemy who becomes a Muslim to destroy Islam. That's the real definition of hypocrisy, she told me, in Islam. So she defined that according to her. Okay, now cut the story short, right? So re-examining everything, the Quran ayats, and I also, that's why I went to nothing, starting sometimes as a Shia, starting as someone with nothing, came across Jiddu Krishnamurti. Like there were reasons for everything, like sufferance, evil, existence of evil, and that we don't use our religion for egoistic purposes or personal you know, that it's my religion or this is my root. I mean, that's that ego thing to it, right? Personal pronoun like has that ego thing. Don't say anything like, don't say anything to my religion. So I felt as 12 years we were tested due to the sacrifice of Imam Hussein, and it wasn't about my religion, that our ego was also crushed, right? And now somehow I can't explain this properly, but that as 12 Shias are, we wouldn't use our ego on this religion because it's such a hard religion. Although Sunnis may also, their ego crushed and all this. I'm just speaking on behalf of, as a Shia, how what I thought. And who would want to come to Azadari and all this, and as they do it in Pakistan, right? So, people get busted, the blood, all this. Anyways, so that's why some Sunnis, they don't mind the Sufi. Also for that and the other reasons, like they call us Rafidis and also mushriks and kafirs, other reasons. Okay, and religion is not for convenience. That's what my father said, and this is so. I felt Imam Hussein's sacrifice proved that he made Islam complete. Although Islam is complete, but like without Imam Hussein, I felt this is my opinion as a Shia that my religion would not be complete. So without Imam, on this day we completed your religion. So with on Eid Ghadir, with that hadith and all. Qadir Khum time, Man kunta mala fahada aliyun mala. So now with the imamat, excuse me, I'll be coughing because my throat. I'm not feeling well, right? So please excuse me for that. So now we've made your religion complete, like the success successor to Prophet Muhammad has been chosen, Ali, Imam Ali as the first Imam and the leader of the Muslim Ummah. So here God says, so we give with Ghadirakum, that ayat is given. We don't give it, I think it's in the Prophet Muhammad or this day was this ayat revealed, this day have we completed your religion. So due to Imamad, I felt my Imam Hussein really, completed in my as a Shia, I felt completed the religion and gave proof that this religion is true with his grand sacrifice. The prophecy coming true, Allah tells Abraham, about the Zebe Azim, right? Ransom due with the great sacrifice, grand sacrifice. But that was not the goat or the lamb. That was Imam Hussein later. So this is how the Shias take that ayat. Okay, I was going to cut the story short. No, it has to go on, sorry. So then I was searching for Karbala and even like not finding, even in late 1990s or year 2000, always searching, like not finding proper answers to my religion, Shia Islam, getting stuck here and there. So I can't put everything in detail for you, and I can't even remember everything. So I hope I apologize for that. I hope you understand. And so I was reading Hayatul Qulub Alama Majlisi. What is this? Right? Then I spoke to my aunt and I said, like, how are you to tell? Like, there's so many which hadith, which is true, which narration of Imam is true, which story is true, because I really don't. So then my aunt said, there were many enemies of Islam and there were hypocrites and there were enemies of, meaning Prophet Muhammad, Imam Ali, Imams is from Prophet Muhammad's progeny, and many enemies of the Ahl al Bayt, the household of Prophet Muhammad. And so Allama Majlisi, he was under pressure and he wouldn't be able to write this book, compile it, if they hadn't if he hadn't put some interpolations, that he was forced to put by the enemy, some things that were false about Islam, things like that. So I said, oh, okay. So this is how my aunt explained to me that we have these, that's why we have these certain narrations and hadiths of Prophet Muhammad that are ridiculous, right? And don't make sense. So then I was like, but how are we to really? Are we to, some are like, okay, we're supposed to compare it with the Quran ayats, but then there are some things like the life is. How can we compare the life to the Quran ayats? The Quran doesn't mention anything about Prophet Muhammad's birth or life, much of his life. No, right? So, like, I was like, no, no. If God really want this religion being the true religion, and there being so many religions, and He being the true God, Allah, the true God, then He should have made sure that these interpolations don't come, and He's guarded this religion from hypocrites and the enemies of this religion. Imams had to guard it, but He's supposed to guard it in such a way that we don't even have a. In Shia Islam, we have this schism, big one, between Ismailis and the 12 Rishias. Started with Imam Jafar Sadiq, after, no, with his sons, sorry, after Imam Jafar Sadiq. It started with Imam Jafar Sadiq's sons, to put it precisely and clearly. So then, okay, this and okay, all the answers, some of the answers given to me, re examining the Quran, so I found contradictions and I found that what is so for the truth. Okay, yes, yeah, you live the truth. Truth is very important for me also, right? And isn't shouldn't it be important for all? Truth, right? What is the truth? Like Pilate asked Jesus, what is the truth? And then, of course, we can. Christians have given their lives, saints. They've become saints, Catholic saints, and they would not let go of this religion. People, there were people after them wanting to take their lives, but they wouldn't, and torture them and this and that, but they would not let go of their truth, the truth that they believed in. So, truth is very important, right? So, this one thing was that if truth, so truth is so important, then I, okay, I knew I would get stuck on this, so I'm trying to figure out what came. So, of course, so now finding out that my religion, the Quran also has contradictions, Quran ayahs, and the truth being so important that we die for the truth, die defending the truth. But what should we take lives? Oh, yeah. So then it came that, oh, to save lives, like let's say someone is wanting to commit suicide, right? And we want to save their life. So we're going to forcefully, like, go if we can and grab that person and push that person away from whatever. If this person wants to jump in the fire or jump down a height, try to save that person forcefully at times. But that doesn't mean that we take the life of that person just because he has to save him from the hellfire. We would not to take the life, his life, just because he's left a religion that we think is true. No matter how much we care for this person, right? We can do it in other ways rather than go or or having this death penalty for apostates or blasphemy, right? At least death penalty for apostates. Do you get it? It's wrong, how wrong it is. So, excuse me, you should be spending your entire life, if you can't save a person, to in dialogue. How dare you go and take lives? Like you see, I learned how terrible it is for the Shias in Pakistan, the extremists saying, "We're going to take your lives." Come on, have a dialogue with us. Dialogue all your life, all your life. You want to save us from the hellfire? This is not the way. And so this I felt was egoistic. And then when I find out that in my 12 verse Shia religion, you imprison the apostate until she recants and kill the men, death penalty, sorry, death penalty for the men, apostate men. Then I was like, this is not right. I found this out late in my years, in year 2000 when I was doing my own research. And my father didn't tell me, no one told me. In fact, I was shocked that in the Sunni country, they take lives because they if you leave your religion. I heard in the Sunni countries they take this is there's a death penalty. Or I was like, what? As a Shia, I was, and I didn't know. No one told me that. No, no, in Shia Islam, 12 Shia Islam, you do that. We do the same thing. So, do you realize when I realized that through my own reading, I came across on Wikipedia that this is not right. This is then an ego thing. See, God has, and I was also told that God has given everyone free will. There should be no, and there's no compulsion in religion. But of course, I found Surah 4, ayat 46. Now God is saying, threatening them. Then this is compulsion. This threat, it has an element of compulsion, right? That before I believe in this, what has come down, which confirms what is in your scriptures, before I obliterate faces or turn you on your backs or curse you. Surah 4, ayat 47, I think it is. So this also added, and I was like, oh, no, no, I cannot believe in this religion, because when I was thinking of these extremists taking lives of Shia Kafirs, saying Shia disbelievers, what I mean in in Pakistan, or, or mushriks or kafir, yeah, and all that, then like God has given us the free will. And what about believing in there's no compulsion in religion, which a lot of Muslims believe that in Islam there's no compulsion in religion. So my thinking at that time that no, no, these extremists are actually using their ego, our religion. It's not that they really believe that we're harming the religion and we're really but now things change, right? As I saw went through the Quran ayats and showed you what I found, the deceit of Allah. Sometimes, like, he makes it look good, but he's unjust towards the polytheists. He makes you think that you're supposed to fight when they fight you, but then we see through that no, no, the hypocrites can be killed, massacred. So recently I showed you those ayahs, right? Without they having to fight us, fight the Muslim believers. So all this Surah 30, also Surah 33 at 60 to, 61. And this is the way of Allah, uh, 62 ayat, Surah 33. And then it shook the living daylights out of me, right? No, no, this is about, so all this, Allah doesn't give freedom of will. And if hypocrites should be, so how am I to tell those extremists, terrorists, according to us, they go with their, those ones who go into our Imam Barkas, used to, in Pakistan, with suicide bomb and all this. Okay? Kill, kill the hypocrites wherever you find them. So they consider the Shias, Jalvashas, extremists, hypocrites. The radical. Oh my God. And so I was like, no, no, the religion before, like thinking that if they're killing, taking, it's a death penalty and assault should not be. It's not in my religion. It's not in Islam. What are they doing? And I found assault in Islam, in the Quran ayahs. And even reading in context, I didn't agree to it. I asked someone about this, my mother's cousin in Dubai. He told me, but he's not from Dubai. He had come from Oman to my aunt's place, and I asked him, and he said that should read this ayat like in Surah Tawbah ayat in context. So a very good cousin of my mother. Um, so his mother took care of me, and was really happy with that. Anyhow, I met him after many years. So we were talking about this religion and all discussing. So he told me, no, no, you should take this Surah Tawbah in context, right? I said, oh yeah. So there were like people, like my own people, my own relatives and Shias were giving me reasons. Now the reason was there's assault, but in Islam, but read it in context. And then when I went to Surah Tawbah, I was like, no, no. These are supposed to become Muslims. We have read this wrong. And so the assault did, even then, like then the assault didn't make sense, but more so, it didn't make sense, right? This is a religion of the ego. It can't be from Allah. And I also thought that, believed that we believed, she asked that this was, there's no compulsion in religion, free will, but against the hypocrites. So if a Muslim thinks that the other Muslim sect is a hypocrite sect, they're gone, right? Because the Quran ayats are clear. Unless they have taken refuge in the ones you have a treaty with. Surah 4, ayat 89, we saw 88, 89. And even the believers at that time are divided about these hypocrites. So, and Surah Hashra, it's against the Jews and all, the hypocrites who would who opposed Allah, and so opposing Allah has a wide connotation. Anyways, bottom line is, for the truth, even Allah should not ask anyone, these believers, to kill, take lives, unliving, right? Uh, So until they are alive and no harm should be done to them. So if you want reason, if Allah is appealing to the intellectual people, like He is in the Quran ayats, sometimes He appeals to your intellect. And He says, those who do not use intellect, Allah will put abomination on them, writs on them, and all this. So then you're not supposed to harm them, like in Shia Islam also. If the woman, like you're supposed to, Shia say we have never been terrorists, but that's wrong in Iran against the Sunnis, Safa with period. But there was Ismaili, the one who was after these Sunnis, minority in Iran, massacring and all this. If they don't convert to Shia Islam, maybe what reason you may give that they've had it. The Sunnis, what about the Sunnis? No, no, don't. This isn't here. Why this from us, right? You're not supposed to do the same thing that they, same way. So taking lives. So when you like not harming people, and Shias should not harm their apostate, females, life in or put them in prison for how many days and beat them up until what is this? And then, the beating of the wives by the husband, third count. This should not. This what kind of a religion is this? And then I found that this beating I found, you see, Allama Tabatabai I read, I can't find it right now, but from whoever, but I have to acknowledge that I read it on the exegesis of a Shia alim on the Quran. And then if one word you don't get, maybe there's another word, the same word is in another ayat, and then you can find the meaning of that ayat rather than go to the hadith of Prophet Muhammad explaining this ayat. But if the meaning of the this word is there in another ayat, then why even go to a hadith? Like maybe Sunnis would go, they have this, right? What Allah that hit with the toothbrush. Sometimes the hadith of uh, one hadith is like that, and like that about the surah four. Sorry, ayat 34 or 35, beating of the wives. 34, yeah. So you see, this word, instead of asking this one and that religious scholar, my Shias, what to do with this, what does this mean, or going and I even listened to Sayyid Amar, what how to pronounce? I hope I haven't pronounced his name as Indian, the Indian name Amar. I can't pronounce that name. I was a Shia, okay, so but lived in Pakistan most of the time, and so this name was not very common in Pakistan. Ammar. So I've seen the video of Sayyid Omar on this. First, how you should be with your wife if she disobeys you, to talk, have a dialogue. Last resort, even, like he's gone on and very well explained and eloquent. Yes, in English. But you see, there should be no force when there's the akal. And in Al Kafi also, Allah has made akal to in a way that akal has the power to obey. So reason with the person so that it would obey you, or sorry, obey authority. And now here, obey the husband, of course, obey the husband, not Allah. Yeah, so Allah has given the husband this power, right? That we need to obey the Muslim women, believing women need to obey the husband. So Then if they obey you, then do not seek. But the striking, the ujuruhunna, right? No, sorry. Where's this? Idribuhunna. Strike them. Some say lightly, some say this. But I went to another ayat. I got help from a long time ago in year 2000 early. I had done research and I read some Allama Tabatabai's exegesis on some ayats. And so he says, if you can't, one ayat you can't understand, you can understand it through another ayat and so this or something like that, right? But from the Quran, if there is this meaning, or you know, if the other ayat will explain it, why not first go? The Quran will explain the Quran. Go to the other ayat which has this word. So this word I searched out, and so it comes in strike the very fingertips, like during war. Strike during war. Harb, I'm saying. Strike, okay, about this ayat. Strike the very finger. So it tips it. So Allah doesn't say like here, slightly, lightly strike them, right? I will cast terror into the hearts. Remember when your Lord inspired to the angels, I'm with you. So now the angels are supposed to do this, or who? So to strengthen those who have believed. I will cast terror into the hearts of those who disbelieved. So strike upon the necks and strike from them every fingertip, right? So the word is idribu, strike, right? Look, same word, same root, same word, strike. Allah doesn't say here, strike lightly. Now, if the Imams also would explain, I'm sorry, I haven't really done uh, maybe did I go to multilingual Quran on this ayat, Shia tafsir on this ayat? It says, strike, not lightly, but strike them. So you can strike them as you like. Right? It's on you. You want to strike them lightly, that's on the husband. So this first akal, right? So akal, very important. So why would in discipline, third count, on the third count, strike them? So if they disobey you, divorce them. You can marry four or more. Some Muslim believers believe that it's more than four. So at the same time, have more than four wives. So why strike them? Just divorce them. Akal first. And akal is the power. I'm told, not I'm told, in Al Kafi, in the book of intellect, right? Chapter on intellect. Allah told Akal to come, this Akal, intellect, to come forward. It came forward, said, go back, it went back. So now, if they are beyond Akal, why strike them, hit them, or strike them, right? Then divorce them, but don't use force on them, right? Get another one, like Allah said, if you two wives and all this, yeah, Allah will help him, and Jibrail, and Surah Tahrim ayat. And then what did he say? He will, so if, Allah will replace you with better wives, He will give him. So pray to Allah that He gives you better wives than this wife who is not obeying you. So this reason I left Islam also. No, no, I've seen what the striking and taking lives, massacring the hypocrites wherever we find them. Right. So intellect, if they've gone beyond the intellect, leave them, divorce them. There's a door open for you. And what about, so you see, for the women, poor women, right? Allah doesn't say that. Allah says, for the women, where it's in Surah Nisa, right? If women fear desertion, and these poor, they're weaker, right? Allah has said, I mean, Allah said it in Surah 3, Surah 4, oh, it's same Surah, Ayat 34. But for the women, if women fear that the men have upper hand, right? They have more power than the women. They are women than the women. They're stronger than the women. You get it? Sorry about my English. I'm deteriorating and it's not getting any better. Women fear desertion. Oh, women fear that their husbands. What ayat is that? And if a woman fears cruelty or desertion, yes, this one, but it's not. They're giving me again and again Surah Nisa 34. Oh, here it is, 128. Surah 4 ayat 128. Can you believe this? She cannot hit the man. Right? Fragile. If a woman fears from her husband contempt or evasion, there is no sin upon them if they make terms of settlement between them. And settlement is best. And present in present in souls is stinginess. What is Allah saying here? He's trying to defend. It's like a mother-in-law who has spoiled her son and is defending her spoiled son against her daughter-in-law. But if you do good and fear Allah, then indeed Allah is ever of what you do aware. Inequality, I didn't find this is not right, right? What do you call this? Unjust. Ah, you are never able to be fair and justice between women, even if it is your ardent desire. But turn not to. Oh, this about the two or more wives, one or more wives, right? Then it comes. This I thought I didn't know this. Didn't quite notice this. So no, but this one. And if a woman fears from her husband contempt or evasion, there is no sin upon them if they make terms of settlement between them. That's it. Like, it's so good. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Where shall I keep this? So, don't you think this, even though you want to save now, okay, we're in the hereafter, we'll be sent into the fire, right? Put into the fire. You want to save us. What am I trying to say? So so your Allah has said, "Ah, beat them, beat the women until they recant." So I was like, no, no, it's not right. And isn't it the ego? So, as a Shia, when I was thinking about these terrorist extremists, radical, you know, now they're called Sipai Saiba and all in Pakistan after the Shias. Isn't this the ego? I was force, applying force, and they care. We care. We care for our religion. We don't want hypocrites. Yes, yes, yes. That's true, right? Ayats against hypocrites. Take their lives. Now, this Allah, He sent Moses. Moses, I was watching the English movie on the slaves he's made, and so many years God gave him respite, right? So many people, human beings, suffering under Moses. Sorry, under Pharaoh, right? Under Pharaoh. Until Allah sent Moses. Oh, sorry. God sent Moses, Yahweh. I Even in the Bible, Old Testament, it's like this. So imagine, right? Those suffered, died so many years. They made pyramids for Pharaoh, heavy, labor, slave labor, all this. My God, slavery at that time. And now, so go to Moses and, oh, sorry, Moses, go to Pharaoh. Why am I making these mistakes? Sorry, excuse me. Moses, go to Pharaoh, but speak to him a gentle speech at first. Why aren't these extremists coming to us and speaking to our religious scholars, gentle speech, getting together on a peaceful, at the table or something, round table? Because they've made up their mind. No, okay. So you see, this religion, I'm not going to go deep into that. Whatever they think, this religion, I found out that then the hypocrites was finished, right? If they haven't taken refuge in these, like in Surah, again, Surah 4. Is this right? Why am I stuck? I knew I would get stuck. I'm supposed to make notes on this. Surah 4 at 90. No. 88. First. Oh God, did I put 98? Oh yes. I apologize. I really wonder now. I really wonder why don't you why don't you leave Islam? Why don't your Muslims come here and talk to me? And if they find that I'm right, like Salahuddin at times, but he held on to his religion. But at times he was like, okay, you're correct in this, but so I was getting angry at him too, and but he didn't. In the UAE, they could have enforced what is on me and pressurized me here and systematically. But is this right, even? Right? Is this right? What has happened to you? Shias. I mean, going to my Awqaf Shia office here, that is. organization and asking the Shia government side for the Shias who decide for the Shias. So they will pressure her, this, that, like keep her, so she can't go out and all this. What has happened to you that you have two minds about the hypocrites? Even though Allah has reverted them owing to the sins that they earned. Here Allah says this: do you want to lead those to the right way? I feel Allah is giving you the runaround deceit. Look, they have earned it, right? But there in Surah Tahrim, thank God I remember, is there any free will of yours to go take the right way? Sirat al Mustaqim, or how does Allah put it there? Surah Tahrim, ayat 28 and 29. No, but you can't until Allah wills. And you know what they say? That Allah, yes, Allah permits this because this is all like the energy is Allah's will or what, right? Without Allah, you can't do anything. Like you can't even move. This is how Allah has made it. Like you can't go against Allah's will. It's not like Christianity going against God's will, the Father's will. In Islam, this is all by the permission of Allah. If someone hits you, it's by the permission of Allah. But they say now, I found this article, I can't find it again. But it is due to explaining this that the permission of Allah is different than the pleasure of Allah. So Allah may not be pleased with it, but Allah's will is there. Not permission, yani what permission? Will. Sha'a, right? Will. If Allah willed, if Allah didn't will, they would not do these bad things. Allah has not put it as the permission, but as my will. Sha'a. And sometimes the will is used as wish. Thoroughly pure. Allah wishes to thoroughly purify you. Ayat tatira, tatir. Thoroughly purify you, O Ahl Bayt, with a thorough purification. Wishes, wishes, wishes. Some translators there put wishes. What about that? So saying that the will of Allah is permission, Allah permits you, but it's not the pleasure of Allah, is wrong, isn't it? Like Imam Ali has. No, wait a minute. I now have to work this out. Sorry, I'm a bit confused here. But I'm sure I'm right about this, that the will of Allah shouldn't be there either, right? The permission of Allah, okay, there's permission, and should the Allah permits, Allah gives respite. So but it's not, his will should also not be there. Like, man's will, and they explained to me the cross also. You see the one with the vertical wood is the will of God, and the side, the horizontal, is the will of man. So man going against the will of God. That's how it is in Christianity. Okay, now you see here Allah says they earned it because they sinned and they wanted to. They willed that they become hypocrites and they wanted to. So they earned it. This also a point. Do you wish to guide those whom Allah has sent astray? So, Shias, come, come, come. My principles. I still have 3 more years to go until no, 2 more years. She was 58. 1 more year. Okay, 1 more year to go. When I met her, I'll be in this life. Past life, I gave birth to her. What matter? So, Reincarnation, sorry, that's something else, right? I don't have to apologize for it though. While Allah has made them fall back from what they earned, made them. Okay. Do you wish to guide those? So Shias, see what has happened. A Muslim believer from that other side thinks that you are the hypocrite, believes you're gone if, except that you go to some place where even now the Muslim Brotherhood is there. And how could Iran, the Shia, help them? Regime, Islamic Republic of Iran. What is the matter with you? The Muslim Brotherhood and Hamas. And I don't understand. Two groups concerning hypocrites, while Allah has made them fall back for what they are. Do you wish to guide those whom Allah has sent astray? And He, Allah, whom Allah sends astray, never. Oh, I'm reading this again. Now, Surah 4 at 89. Sorry about that. They wish you would disbelieve as they disbelieve. So you would be alike. So do not take from among them allies until they emigrate for the cause of Allah. But if they turn away, refuse to emigrate for the cause of Allah, then seize them and kill them. Wherever you find them, and take not from among them any, seize them, unless the Shias go to a country where they have, with these, except for those who take refuge with the people between yourselves and whom is a treaty, or those who come to you, the heart strained at fighting you or fighting their own people, fighting their own people. Okay, yeah, the Muslim believers. And if Allah had willed, He could have given them power over you. He could have given them power over you if Allah had willed, right? And He does will such bad things to happen. And they do happen. And they would have fought you. So now it's scaring you more about them, assuming, telling you that if Allah, oh, this is another deceit of Allah here. I saw, making you more scared of them. That Allah is right, yeah. Let us kill them, right? If they turn renegades, not emigrate. And but yes, if they have taken refuge, then let's not kill them. So if they remove themselves from you and do not fight you and offer you peace, then Allah has not made for you a cause against them. Now these people with whom you have had a treaty. Now what's happened, Shias? Let me correct you. So this way, now whoever you have had a treaty with, Altheists were told they kept breaking treaties in Surah Tawbah. Then we're told the Jews of Arabia kept, whoever he made a treaty with, any Jew, they kept breaking their treaties with the Prophet Muhammad. Now what? Now finished them all. Now come to Surah 33 at, then you will understand, right? Surah 33 at 60. Because now there's all these, Allah has shown that have broken the treaties, even the ones you have a group, you have a treaty with. Now my accent changing. Try to be light and a little bit weird, strange, funny. Okay? So this is what I saw. And this is the religion. This is ego. This is satanic. This is tyranny. This wasn't my Allah. As a Shia, I believed in the Allah I believed in. The Allah I believed in as a Shia. No, no, and what I was told. So thank God I examined, re-examined, analyzed these Quran ayats myself. And Surah Ashara, there another excuse here, and then they're all to be Theologus Musica, no problem. What's happened? No problem. Oh, okay. Welcome again. Welcome back. Thank you. I apologize again for the inconvenience for that. Welcome back. So, these are the things I saw. Why can't you see them? That this, even like Shias, 12 Shias. And then in Iran, about the hijab, the violence. So, as a Shia, I was thinking of, not getting angry and totally like, why can't I be like the Jane, not even kill a mosquito or a bug, take the life of a bug? So, compassion, anger is not good. And I keep telling myself, but I don't listen to myself. However, so I found one recently video also that anger at times. Oh, the lady healer has come back. This other, she hasn't been uploading any videos on the healing, but recently, yesterday, I saw her new video for New Year's. So she said, anger, although I went to sleep, so nice, the video, so good, healing me. Then again, I had to go through it. So I heard that she says anger at times is very good. It's, but I keep telling myself that anger is not a good solution to a problem. Anger is a negative solution to a problem. It hurts you, and also it hurts you, right? And these people, they're not going to, by raising my voice, getting angry, to see like, what kind of people are you, Muslims? The way you come here, the way you attack me personally, and the way you, your dishonesty I've seen. I just cannot believe this. And this shouldn't be in a true religion. It's all ego. And even this Allah is above this, in with you. So Shias, do you see this also? What else do I show you? Surah 33, Surah Tawbah, it's Surah 9. Unless they come for your, someone is attacking you, coming for your life, like physically. Okay, there are some people who now narcissists. So I was saying this is a criminal, but prison, right? Prison, I'm saying, or some place, reformatory or rehab, where we can send these people, like even the Muslim believers who come here dishonestly. But you see here, there's no prison for them. Surah 33 ayats. You see, this is what I'm like, 61. There's no captives. Here, there's no time, like accursed wherever they are found, seized and massacred completely. seized and massacred. I'm saying do something about these Muslim believers who come here, Shias even, covert narcissists, psychopaths, right? Yes. I'm not saying massacre completely wherever you find them, seize and massacre them completely. Yes, find them, find these people with evidence. What I'm making it easy for you here. It's made easy in the live chat how they answer me, and so shocking how they hurt me. I'm already hurt, for God's sakes. What kind of, how cruel are you, Muslim believers? Even if a disbeliever, your enemy, Prophet, Allah has told Hazrat Moses, go to Pharaoh and at first speak to him gently. Then you come with the, then you come, you are Moses, then you come saying that now I will show you. Allah, I'm the leader. Allah has sent me to tell you. Then you come with the miracles against me. Allah's wrath on me. Right now, this is, shouldn't this be the way of Allah? Or like Hazrat Khizr, we feared that the boy will give grief to the parents, believing parents, so we kill them and transgress. And we gave a better son. How do you know again the son? Please, Allah, what is this? Surah Kaf, Kaf 80 verse ayat. Okay, point. Accursed wherever they are found, seized. Is there captives and then marry the women also. Wives, married women. But here there's no making of captives. Put them in a rehab. Muslims, Sunni Muslims who are good, who don't want, who must be shocked at seeing how these Sunnis come here. My principle would be, right? Am I sure? Very clement. Sometimes, she gave a blind eye. A student wore lipstick or eyeliner, kajal, in college. You weren't allowed. So this. I think some moderate. I was shocked to see that the radical. Look, look at this. Why would extremists? I asked this, right? Because they think they're apostate and they've declared the Muslims apostate. Why would extremists kill? Sorry, I have to use this word. Kill moderate Muslims. And some of you moderate Muslims, for God's sake. AI overview. Extremist groups. Oh, now I have it in my device. AI overview. Extremist groups kill moderate Muslims primarily because they view them as infidels or apostates. So seeing this, some of the aren't you Sunni Muslims shocked to how your Sunnis come here, how they argue or what they say, personal attacks? Aren't you Shias also? Shias, Saqlan Haider, Jafar Muhammad. And if we had spelt Muhammad like that in Pakistan, they may have already Shia and spelling, not putting Mohd only. God knows recently when I left Pakistan what it was there. I thought the Taliban or not Al Qaeda, no, Taliban, Pakistan, Taliban are taking over the country. And we will all be gone. No education. Malala Yousafzai, shot. So please see this. And you are quiet, Shias. Saklan Haider, Muhammad Jafar, Jafar Muhammad, or Muhammad Jafar. Another Shia, Temur, another Shia, whose name I've forgotten. Personal attacks and such cruel. This is cruelty. So no, my true Allah, I felt no, would never. What I saw, and also if there are infidels, hypocrites in this, we should have prayers. May God, like we have one prayer, but in one, only one prayer, Shia's book, Shia's prayer, the book I had, so I don't know which one it is, Surah, oh sorry, it's not Surah, Dua, I've forgotten now, Dua name. Which Dua was it that Moses, for Moses? Dua Samat. Samat. You know, Samat. It's Samat, but I used to Simat. 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 Okay, I don't know how to pronounce it, but I've read it many times. I would call it Samat. 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 Okay, maybe this dua in the end as prayer for our hypocrites, Shia hypocrites. May God would, take you away from hypocrisy. Arrange return of all. Yes, I think it's this one. Sure. Let me just, sorry, I need time. I beseech you in sacredness. Oh, no. No. Arrange for this clemency, living faithful men and women, well being to the sick, fluence, wealth. No. Sorry. No, no. This dua doesn't have a prayer for our hypocrites, my neighbors, my relatives, about faithful. Really, you have power to do whatever you want to do. Engage, well-being to the sick. Mercy. No, I thought this one did. So, anyways, pray for the hypocrites, but you see, we can't because here Allah has denied us the prayer. And no, somewhere he says he might, there's an ayat which says, um, Allah might forgive. Allah might forgive this a hypocrite or punish him. And then there's a ayat saying, even if you ask 70 times forgiveness for a hypocrite, Allah will not forgive him. So that Allah will punish no. Allah might, wait, he might forgive a hypocrite, forgive, or punish. Let me see if I can find that ayat like this. Search. See, punish the hypocrites if he wills, or accept their repentance if they repent. Meaning, this verse suggests if hypocrites repent, it will be better for them. Okay, this verse states that hypocrites will be in the lowest depths of the fire. Yeah. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, Surah Nisa. Hypocrites will be in the lowest abyss. I mean, in the lowest. I used to say abyss, abyss, hell, lowest depths of the fire. This ayat mentions Surah 9 ayat 80. Allah will never forgive those. Yeah. Surah 9 ayat 80 says Allah will never forgive those who are rebellious, regardless. These are rebellious hypocrites. This verse, Surah 9 ayat 68, promises hypocrites and disbelievers an everlasting stay in the fire of hell. Also the disbelievers, not only the hypocrites. Sorry, I've just got something, I don't know what this is. Oh, I should from another device notification. Check. Yeah, I think it's they've given a verse here that I think it's this one. Allah may reward the truthful, punish the hypocrites if He wills, or accept their repentance. Punish hypocrites here. No. Surah 9, ayat 74. This verse suggests that if hypocrites repent, it will be okay. If they repent, or accept repentance from believing men and women. Surah 33, ayat 20. Then he says, 70 times, or what? Allah will not forgive. Okay, so this is the problem, right? I felt this, I'm not able to say it properly. Maybe I should make notes next time. You see, for hypocrites, if they repent, this means that if the other Muslim sect, your extremist, comes to you, should give you some time, right? Hello? Extremists? Even the moderate Sunnis, Muslims, moderate Muslims, so to accept what the extremist groups believe Islam to be, the true Islam, and they leave, provided these moderate Muslims leave. Sorry, I said moderate Sunni Muslims. No, all, just moderate Muslims. If they leave and they come to the extremist, is how the extremists believe in Islam, then they will not, you will be safe. But in Pakistan, and so why are they, they don't give you any time now. Why? Because you see, I think the way they interpret, maybe I'm just, why do they not give you time? Cursed, wherever they're found. I think because of these ayats, right? Surah 33, 60 and 61 and 62. Truly, if the hypocrites and those in whose hearts is a disease, and those who stir up sedition in the city, they're not alike, yeah? Three groups, different. Desist not. Cease from what? Not. Desist from what? We shall certainly stir thee up against them. Yusuf Ali, yani, thee meaning you, certainly stir you up against them. Then will they not be able to stay in it as your neighbors for any length of time? Accursed, wherever they are found, seized and massacred completely. And you poor moderate Muslims have 1400 years. So I thought this religion was like, no, no, you don't do this at all. You go to every hypocrite and you keep, or you like put them in prison or somewhere in a rehab, and but not even like yeah, if they're trying to, if they're you find out that they're getting ready to attack you, or they're trying to incite, but Allah is going to incite you against them. If they're inciting someone else against you, Shias are not, moderate Muslims are not inciting anyone against the extremist groups, and they go and are, so if they're not inciting anyone, let them live in peace. They're going on with their lives. Christians are going on with their lives. Jews are going. Let them go on with their lives. And what you can do is, if you really, you can keep uh, trying to appeal to their hearts and their minds, and like that. This is what I thought my religion would tell me. Allah would tell me to do this against any hypocrite, even a female Muslim hypocrite, believing hypocrite. Oh my God, this game is a shock to me. I don't know why you can't see it. Can you not see it? It's terrible. I didn't know my religion was like this. Like these two. So, what do you see? Huh? So this is what really got to me, right? Another, which is now, and so I'm like shocked to the bones. I mean, what these extremists have done. FBI, they're deceiving USA in the USA. To what extent? Bondi also, the Islamic Center exposed. So on the face of it, it's like, we are just giving a lecture. This is a mosque, or this is Islamic University Center. But behind, they're preparing against to attack, and attack like terrorists, like take lives and all that. FBI and DEA raid Somali elites couple luxury island. No, here, military insight channel. Okay, FBI raids Islamic studies professor recruiting for cartel and, against the non-Muslims. What? Huh? And cartel, the drug cartel or what? So I've watched this, but no, till, uh, and I lost it. Islamic Studies strike Force TV channel. You see this one? I'll have to take time, and I am not well, so I can't take time to make notes on this like I did for Arisha ex-Muslim. Her life endangers a Pakistani or Indian who can't be an Indian religious scholar. I couldn't believe it. She did. So I made notes on that. But sorry, I can't make notes on this. FBI raids Islamic Studies professor, Islamic Studies professor, recruiting for cartel under the guise of, it's a, I'm a professor, nothing. And oh my goodness. So there could be what? Exploiting Islam to no end. Religious scholars, professors, Islamic scholars. Do you see? And what about these? Oh, Allah will get them in the end, right? Put them in the fire. So wait a minute. Let me just check about this video a little bit. Islamic cartel and what else? Am I so shocked now that I don't? I couldn't get up actually, but I don't know how I've criminal activities. What is this? I'm trying to read the subtitles here. Oh, Terror Alliance, cartel slash terror alliance. At 4:47 a.m., federal agents moved silently through a quiet. I'm reading the in the description box of this video, under this video. Uh, federal agents moved silent. This is more dangerous than I thought. University District, quiet University District in the American Southwest, surrounding a modest home just blocks from a major public campus. No sirens, no lights. By sunrise, a respected professor listed on faculty directories and cited in academic journals was in federal custody. According to sealed indictments, investigators allege the professor used his academic position as cover for a long running recruitment operation linking Mexican cartel logistics networks with overseas extremist organizations. What appeared to be a scholar's home was allegedly converted into an operations center, complete with signal blocking materials, reinforced walls, and a hidden communication suite. Federal authorities say the case exposes a rare but dangerous convergence of narcotics trafficking and terrorism financing, with student recruits allegedly funneled into cartel infrastructure, financial channels, and overseas extremist pipelines, encrypted devices, recruitment profiles, and international financial records seized. Thank God. I mean, thank God for this. I mean, thank whoever them. Oh my God. Thank goodness they found out. Okay, just continuing, just a little one or two sentence more. International financial records seized during the raid point to a network operating for years inside trusted American institutions. Uh, okay, so do you know what these extremists can do? My God, see, so this is extremely dangerous. Right? My life. So whatever is left of me, I am extremely grateful to uh, those who kept me alive, gave me food and drink and things. And I don't know. I wish my life for them. I wish you the best, the most beautiful, and protection, please. See, now the thing is that I'm very scared because as they might want to systematically. I have been complaining against the UAE, my father's country, and that I might have cancer also, not only mental illness. And they kept, they didn't execute, they don't here, but apostates anymore. They not even before. I think they put them in prison. The way apostates would be put in prison and fined the hefty fine heavily. But the thing is that, but they've had me and Baba Zayed. I call him Baba, Sheikh Zayed, the first president and founder of United Arab Emirates. No, no. You see, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah, his son, Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed. So, you know how dangerous this is. And then we have the Pakistanis here, and whoever this group and the finance and organizations. So Pakistanis will take time. I think a lot have they have, and they're scared. Iranis are not scared, like against the regime, against the police, security. Yeah, the all that they've gone all out, right? But Pakistanis are scared, and there's some who are like Pakistanis. I don't know about them. So I'm scared for, even if they systematically, like, because I could be blaspheming, you see. They could put me for blasphemy. Others, and being a Shia, my organization, my marja here. Not that I have one, but still, like, on this blasphemy punishment, the marja will get up against me. So, but still, like, I'm really scared. And innocent Americans, they could have attacked and for years. FBI raids, thank God. But you know what? I I'm so like sorry. I'm like, oh my God. I'm so like shocked. It's in one way good news, but in another way it's like so scary. And then there are, oh my God, Even going to London is scary now. So, see, political correctness is the issue, Sheikh Abdullah. Oh, you see, whatever it is, my life, you see, this tea I'm having, whatever I'm having here, they, at least, I have every, due to Abu Dhabi. I'm not out on the street due to Abu Dhabi. I'm not in Karachi due to my passport. Came for the renewal, stayed here, and they first my yeah, now Abu Dhabi. I'm grateful too much, and you see this, I will not, I can't take it. And now innocent, we're just sitting and he's put his life in. And what if, even if they had executed me, why should I be angry? It is in there. I have known I should the consequences that I was on my life. And another, so against Muslim Brotherhood, another UAE Emirati saying I've young. These are, I mean, Sheikh Abdullah is younger than I have checked his Wikipedia. His age. He's got children. He's got a wife. His mother is alive. Sheikh of UAE nation. This nation. Mother of the nation, sorry, is called. And so much humani- humanitarian women empowerment contributed a lot internationally recognized is his mother, Sheikh Her Highness Sheikha Fatima. Okay, they're not. So, um, on Muslim Brotherhood, against Brotherhood, I've risked everything. If I can find Amjad, not Ahmad, also Amjad, Taha. Oh God, there's inside the Muslim Brotherhood, GB Great Britain, GB News channel. Amjad Taha has risked everything. Another Emirati risked everything. I don't know. Who is this? Yeah. The Muslim Brotherhood's threat to North America. JNS TV channel. I'm risking. So why is he risking everything? Not against Christians, not his life is not at risk due to anyone else but Muslim Brotherhood. Oh, this he is the one. UAE Muslims. I'm risking everything. UAE Muslims, sorry. This one. It's on Yishai Fleischer or Fleischer's channel. This one. I'm risking everything to share this with. I'm exposing them now. It's the Muslim Brotherhood. He's young. Oh my God. And so recently, also the rift between Saudi Arabia and UAE, Emirat. It's terrible. I can't take it. So I might, I don't know. I don't know how I've survived. Stress, shock can kill. I would have been dead by now. Oh my, it's terrible, right? And so innocent lives, Americans, Europeans, oh my God. No, no, this is not about this. Okay, so what else? Yeah, sorry, I can't talk much now. What shall we do? Huh? What shall we do? They're after their own moderate Muslims. And no, no, this even whatever American foreign policy, they, if whatever, but as Muslims, shouldn't we? So I thought Allah was like, like I would pray, not that I got any strength. I became weaker and weaker. That may God give me so much strength that if the enemy is coming, attacks my father, my younger brothers, that may I not harm them. This was my like my aim, right? My like I want to be like no, not but it backfired in such a way that you can see, right? May for the sake of thy Lord, do thou endure patiently. This is from Ahmadi Quran translation of a Quran ayat. But of course, God somehow failed me as a Shia also. Um, no, for the sake of thy Lord, do thou endure patiently. And what does Hafiz say? The bitter years. sake of thy Lord do thou endure. Like Imam Hussein was my ideal in this. On religion, and I even questioned Imam Hussein, like, why didn't you save Yazid in ways that, your presence with your, but whom Allah leads astray, or they wish because they, Surah 4 ayat, but Surah Mudathir, ayat 7, and for your Lord be patient, constant. So you know what this says, like the Maududi says, Sunni tafsir, that is the task that is being entrusted to you is full of hazards. You will meet with great hardships and difficulties and troubles on this way. Even your own people will turn hostile against you. Oh, okay. And the whole of Arabia will become your enemy. Yet you should endure with patience, right? Oh, and somewhere it says like being steadfast is to, okay, let it be. Yet you should endure with patience for the sake of your Lord. Whatever you may have to face in this way, and even from your hypocrites, right, Allah? And those in whose hearts is a disease, and the rumor mongers, then why in Surahs 33 and 60 and 60? You are going to incite. Whatever you may have to face in this way, and carry out all your firmly, duties firmly, and resolutely. Fear, greed, friendship, enmity, love, all these will hinder your way. Love, but you should stand your ground firmly. You cannot guide those whom you love. Allah guides. Allah wills. Or sorry, but you cannot guide those. Quran ayat. Love, those you love will hinder your way. All those will hinder your way, but you should stand your ground firmly and steadfast. Very good, yeah. So in another ayat, maybe not this, like being patient is or steadfast. Oh, being steadfast. You see here, Yusuf Ali put constant also. So, or being steadfast would mean fight. Now, what about this? Then, you see, I haven't forgotten. Maybe Shias will forget. This is not a Shia tafsir, but it'll be the same, right? Ah, wow, Allah, wow. And Maududi, so only Maududi's footnote. Right. I mean, Say International, no, Yusuf Ali, never. So Yusuf Ali is only a translator. Say International sometimes gives right tafsir footnotes. Hmm. So even those you love, even your enemies, friendship, greed, fear, friendship might come in between. But be patient, right? So what is this being patient with them? Not. Wherever you find them, these hypocrites, we will incite you against them. And now look at this. So, what David Wood was saying, thank you, David Wood, I must think. Oh, so I must thank David Wood for this. He explained that the peaceful ayats were for during the time when the Muslims were less, new Muslims also, and in Makkah, and then the ones that are violent were for those uh, Madni ayats. And the peaceful ones are abrogated. I think I agree with David Wood. Even though he may have learned this from the Sunni side, not the Shias, but I agree with what he said. Shias don't think Shias don't believe that the peaceful ayats are abrogated. They try to reconcile the violent ones that you should never fight them, never go against them. And Aka Medipuya about Surah 33 says that never was it furnished an example from the life of Prophet Muhammad that he ever did this. But then you see about 62, that means that the Prophet Muhammad never established, never even went by the way of Allah in this. Of course, he's gone against Allah in Surah 30, same Surah uh, 37 also, right? The what Allah wanted to get accomplished. So that is the established. See, am I saying something wrong? So according to Aka Medipuya, this was never done in the lifetime of Prophet Muhammad, but done at the time of Imam Ali, and then will be done at the time of when Imam Mahdi appears, reappears from his second occultation, Kubra, great, not the Sughra, the lesser occultation. So truly, if the hypocrites and those in Azad is a disease, and those who stir up sedition in the city, this is not. So in the city, Medina, so some would say read in context. Even maybe my mother's cousin would say read this in context. I don't know where he is. I think since I've become an ex-Muslim, he has, and he's for Palestine. A picture, proof. If the hypocrites and those in God's hearts there is a sickness, read in context. But even reading in context at that time in Medina, Medina is not his city, was never a city, not a city of birth, no. Why are you going to Medina or Yathrib? Making them what? Then he's converted them. Because if they're opposing him, that means they're being converted, right? Or if let's say okay, they're not even being converted, right? They start to attack him, start to attempt assassination on him. Please move away, go to another city, or shouldn't Allah give you land, right? And Iranis, you've said that our Iran was not even Islam; it was Zoroastrian and this and that, right? In a like very good. And then you said that no, the this we no, Turkey, Turkey. Turkey, a Turkish channel I found. A Turkish man says even Turkey was not, sorry, and they don't like Arabs. And this religion was not theirs. And he explains why they don't practice too much Islam, like in Pakistan and in Arabia, right? And perhaps even in India, the way, not, no, no, in Pakistan, the way it is practiced. And the Shias also, yeah. In Iran, it is not practiced like that. In Iraq, it is not practiced like the way the Shias practice in, especially during Muharram, 10 days. Shias in Pakistan. Not practiced like that in Iraq, not in Iran. Anyways, the point is, Turkey, Turkish man was saying he's an ex-Muslim, now a Christian, that they were anti-Arabs and they don't like this Islam and it's not from their original need. And but the Arabs originally were Muslims, right? But oh, no, no. Originally, Arabs were Jews, Christians, and polytheists already before Islam. What do you say about that then? Makkah was polytheist. Maybe many years. But is that true that many, Abraham, if you're a Christ, now that you've become a Christian, the history is not true. You don't believe that Abraham, Ismail came to Arabia here, like in Saudi Arabia, Makkah, or Bibi Hajra, Ishmael's mother, Ha- Hagra. And then the polytheists took over. Pagans took over. These pagans, and they started to, they've been burying their infant daughters alive for fear of this, or Imam Tawhidi says for fear of war, that the daughters will go to some other, those who have had war adversary. That's what they used to do. Everyone has a reason. These terrible pagans. But Arabia was pagan, mostly. Makkah was. Now, for so many years after Abraham, all these prophets came. Only Bibi Hajra, Ismail came to Arabia. Bibi Hajra and her son Ismail came to Arabia. The other prophets remained in, I think they were on the Jewish side, Hebrew. Hebrew is the language. They all were in Israel or, okay, Egypt. Yusuf turned out to go to Egypt. Moses, Egypt, and Israel. So this, I wanted to say that, no, the Arabs should go back to their roots, which is, I think, polytheism, paganism. And God would, not send any prophet there before him. He said in one ayat, before you, we didn't send anyone to them. These pagan Makkan polytheists. And what Islam has done to this Makkah. See? They wouldn't even have money anymore. So be patient and don't worry about the money, wealth, poverty. What is that ayat in Surah 9? I have to search it. Because, the polytheists, were economically very flourishing, very prosperous economically. So now don't worry about the money. Kare tauba hai. And find it. Oh, polities were very prosperous economically, financially. Can't find that ayat. Maybe in another surah. So this now point. Yeah, so Arabs, you're originally pagan, or Jews. Some Jews were there and Christians were there. So I found a nice channel here explaining. Turkey is also not religious, you see, doesn't practice, just Turkey. Students mock, university students mock Islamic prayer. ENES, OVAT. Sorry, I don't know how to, Ines, sorry, OVAT. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's quite difficult. It's you know, unfamiliar to me. I apologize. God. Very nice man, very good. Ex-Muslim. Turkey has ex-Muslims now. Qatar's opposition leader work going on, very courageous, bold, very courageous. And salutations, brothers, Arab brothers. Saudi Arabia, UAE, unite. Irani, unite. Thank you, Iranis. What a Pakistanis. I don't trust the Pakistanis. Oh my, no, no. I hope there will be no killing of anyone, taking lives, or any. I just can't see this. Sri Sri Ravi Shankar ji and Paramahamsa Vishwananda. I'm so. I have reason to live. Oh my goodness. Uh, okay, I'm very. Excuse me. I have to go now. Oh my god. Okay, I can't calm down. So okay, there's a post. The marga is the highest marga. Sri Sri Ravi Shankar ji. Uh, So some good news, and I hope the Arab, Saudi Arabia, and Emirat, uh, best of friends forever. Good friends, please, 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 please. Qatar, Bahrain, all GCC, best of friends. Turkey, Please unite in the name of humanity, and we're all one, yeah? Can't see this. Two beautiful, brilliant, so much potential, good you have. Saudi Arabia and UAE. I just can't see this rift between you two. And what's going to happen to in Yemen chaos? No, no. So I feel like so there's great news, and then there's this terrible. It's very near to my. It hurts the Saudi Arabia and Emirat rift. It's hurting me also. Good news, and I hope peacefully Shah of Iran will come back to Iran, Pahlavi king. No taking lives, nothing. Peaceful, right? We can have Ali Khamenei live there, be good to him, be good to him, and we can show them, Iran, you can show them how great you are, how great you are. He's an elderly man. How old is he now, Ali Khamenei? 86 years old. Planning his escape at this age. Oh, okay. Okay, I don't know what to say now. Peace, we can be good with tyrants, terrible, cruel, psychopaths. Oh my God. Yeah, it's easy for me to, yeah, it's easy. You know, I've been praying to God for the longest time that, you know, and telling myself this also that, you know, but it backfired. At the end of the day, I, when I don't get angry, when I, uh, with people hurting me or whatever, at least I didn't hurt anyone. I didn't get angry. I didn't break a heart, even though broken, even though betrayed. I hope, like I've been saying this to myself. So that's the best consolation. At the end of the day, I didn't complain, or, you know, like I've been doing in year 2000, using social media because very out of element, not myself, not what I aim to be. May God give me patience. And when even betrayed, what do I own? What is mine? If, like Jesus Christ said, someone asks for your coat, give them the cloak, give them your coat. And if even a friend comes and steals or betrays me, uses me or something, I, at least I didn't. So that's the best consolation for me. That's my consolation. But I didn't even get that. The enemy, whoever attacked me on the psychic level, you know, uh, wanted all my, like being a good human being, all this to go against me, and I feel guilty, guilty, guilty. die feeling guilty till death. So, no, she die. Or if she lives, her whatever she is dreamt of being a good person, and end of the day, look, Zahra, if someone steals from you, also, you, your best friend comes, or you find out, or your cousin, or don't get angry, don't take revenge, don't do the same thing, or even get angry. For the sake of thy Lord, do thou endure patiently. But what I wished for myself and wanted to work, tried to work to be, but failed so terribly that I'm in a what shock I cannot tell you, and how deep a shock. Okay, so I'll leave you with this now. I hope I could leave you with better things, but when humanity is suffering, but there are good things happening also. However, wherever brothers in conflict, Saudi Arabia, Arabs, you can be great. I heard, or I felt, or I knew in Pakistan also. But there's something really great about the Arabs, right? I heard in Pakistan, when an Arab makes you a sister, then they will do everything. They are very loyal, very generous also, very generous people. And they will do everything for you. An Arab is very faithful like this. So I'm sorry, I have to say, like, I can't take this. Although there's good news, also, a Kuwaiti has become an ex-Muslim female on Muhammad Faridi's channel. You can check that out. His channel. So there's good news also. Uh, this I cannot take. This is killing me. 22 hours ago, some comment or some video, will there be a war? Oh, Saudi Arabia versus UAE war begins. Not one India news. No, no. See how sometimes India. Why are you exaggerating here? Anyways, oh, Middle East eye. Mukalla strike shows Saudi Arabia has run out of patience. No. No, you see, we want to solve the problem, not create more problems, right? Don't do it. Brothers, don't forget, consider your best of friends, your great friends. Don't. So if you want to kill me, it is this way also. So, but Iran, great news. I hope quickly you get freedom. That, yeah, maybe I will not be. If more happens between Saudi Arabia and UAE, I will not be able to feel like throwing up. I'm not acting, yeah? Not exaggerating. I feel sick. Okay, now I'm leaving you. Thank you so much.
We'll be back. Until then, thank you so much.